Hello everyone, Minute Plus Meditation here. It is Friday, March the 7th. It's the first, yes it is the first Friday within the season of Lent. So really try to, get to Mass more often during Lent. It's part of your, it can be part of your program. Try to make the Stations of the Cross on Fridays. Many churches, parishes have this. Even if you can't get to your parish, try to do it in your home. Pray the Stations of the Cross every Friday. It's a beautiful devotion. It's a powerful devotion. Okay, and remember, it's a day during Lent. We are all required to abstain from meat, right? We are required to abstain, to do penance, and that takes the form of abstaining from meat during the season of Lent. We have to do penance all year on Fridays, but it can change certain Fridays, outside of Lent and so on. But during Lent, abstain from meat. And if you understand the whole purpose of this, is because it's flesh meat. The human flesh of Christ was pierced. You're not going to gorge yourself on fish, or macaroni or mac and cheese, because we're required to do penance. Okay, to the gospel, to the first reading. Shout out, do not hold back. Lift up your voice like a trumpet. Announce to my people their rebellion, to the house of Jacob their sins. See, this shows God sees through all of our little facades, right? Yet day after day they seek me and delight to know my ways. I'm putting God into this, right? As if they were a nation that practiced righteousness and did not forsake the ordinance of their God. They ask of me righteous judgments. They delight in the law of God, but they don't really mean it. Why do we fast and we do not see? Is not the fast that I choose to loose the bonds of injustice, to undo the thongs of the yoke, to let the oppressed go free and to break every yoke? God says, come on, I can see through your facades. I can see through your games. You think you can actually fool me? Would you stop being morons? Now, that's obviously Father Hamilton here. God doesn't, he's not impolite like I am, but he hits them hard because he says, don't fake this. I can see you're faking it. Don't fake this. Be serious about this and do the right thing. Don't make up your own rules about what fasting means, keeping a bunch of exterior guidelines, but go to the heart. And that going to the heart means you will help people in need around you. Otherwise, it doesn't mean anything. And it will go against you, is what God is saying. So again, so much wisdom here and insight into the human heart. To the gospel, the disciples of John came to Jesus saying, why do we and the Pharisees fast, but your disciples do not fast? Then Jesus says something very interesting. The wedding guests cannot mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them, can they? That's true. But who's the bridegroom? It's Jesus. I'm just from my point of teaching here. John the Baptist said, I am the friend of the bridegroom. Okay, so John is the best man. He's the friend of the bridegroom. The bridegroom is Jesus. Who's the bride? Israel? All of mankind, actually, but Israel is the bride that encompasses all of mankind. And Jesus said to them, the wedding guests cannot mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them, can they? That's why we don't fast on Sundays. It's the Lord's Day. It's the day of the resurrection. In our Lenten program, Sunday is not just a, quote, break day, but it's actually an Easter. It's a little Easter. Every Sunday is a little Easter. It's the Lord's Day. It's the day we celebrate the resurrection. So, you can if you want, but don't do it thinking that you have to do it. That's wrong. And the church has always taught that Easter is every Sunday is a little Easter. So in the old days, so-called old days, preconciliar days, they never fasted on Sunday. Sunday is the Lord's Day. It's the day of the resurrection. So Sunday is a day to celebrate, to be truly thankful, and then go back into your Lenten program on Monday through Saturday. It's Monday. See, 40 days of Lent do not include Sunday. The days will come when the bridegroom is taken from them, and then they will fast. And in fact, the apostles did a lot of penance while they lived a very poor life. We have to get this very clear. None of them were overweight. Many times they were truly hungry because they didn't have food to eat. They were picking the grains, right? The heads of the grains. But aside from that, they became men of great penance after Jesus ascended into heaven. All of them. So you and I are in this time of fasting because we await the coming of the bridegroom again. So you and I need to do penance. Unless you do penance, you shall perish. We as Catholics need to hear this message, and we need to preach it joyfully to those around us, that we all need to do penance. And in fact, we need to do a lot of it, considering the amount of sin that's going on around us. So engage in your penance. And if you have a long face, a sour attitude, you might need to change your penance, but you will definitely need to change your attitude. Because the spirit of penance, true penance, should actually lead to greater joy in our life. All right? Remember that as you go throughout the day. God bless you.